Most people think conditions like anxiety and depression come from negative thoughts. So the simple solution seems obvious. Change the thoughts, challenge them, replace them, understand them better. And sometimes that helps a little, but for many people, the problem doesn't actually go away. What actually keeps negative thoughts going is something deeper in how your attention works. You may see the thoughts clearly. You could even recognize that they're exaggerated or unhelpful, and yet you might still get pulled back into the same mental loops. That tells us that something important is missing. Research in cognitive science and clinical psychology shows that emotional distress is not explained just by having negative thoughts. It is explained by how your attention becomes organized around them. More specifically, what happens when attention shifts inward and becomes locked onto focused processing. When that happens, thinking becomes repetitive, attention becomes narrow, and internal experience becomes more dominant. The mind starts recycling the same material again and again, not because the thoughts are powerful on their own, but because the attention keeps returning to them. This is the key distinction here. It's not just what you're thinking. It's where your attention is going and how easily it gets pulled back. Early research into attention training found something important. Attempts to modify self-focused attention using visual tasks were not very effective. But when researchers used auditory-based external attention tasks, the results improved. That difference matters. It suggests that attention is not just about awareness. It is about control under cognitive load. Auditory attention is continuous and highly demanding. It competes strongly for your mental resources and naturally pulls your attention away from these internal loops. So from this, a structured training approach was developed. Instead of trying to directly change the thoughts, the focus shifts to training attention itself. More specifically, training 3 core capacities of your attention: selective attention, attention switching, and divided attention. Each one targets a different limitation in your attention system. Selective attention trains your ability to place attention on a single external target and maintain it. Under anxiety, this is not that simple. Internal material constantly tries to pull your attention back in. So the skill being trained is resistance to internal capture. Attentional switching trains your ability to disengage from one focus point and move to another. In worry and rumination, attention becomes sticky and loops on the same internal content. Switching disrupts that stickiness and restores flexibility. And divided attention trains your breadth. Your attention is expanded across multiple external inputs at the same time. This increases your external cognitive load, reduces the capacity for internal loops to dominate. Across all these 3 phases, the same principle is being trained. Your attention is pulled out of self-focused thinking and restored to flexible external control. Not by suppressing thoughts, not by fighting them, but by changing how your attention resources are allocated. And this matters because self-focus is not neutral. Higher self-focused attention is associated with increased anxiety under stress and reduced coping flexibility. So when your attention turns inward, your emotional intensity increases. And when your emotional intensity increases, your attention becomes even more self-focused. This creates a feedback loop that maintains the problem. Now, the key idea behind attention training is that this loop can be interrupted without directly changing your thoughts. By practicing external attention under controlled conditions, your mind learns that attention does not have to stay locked inward. It can be redirected, and it can remain externally anchored even when your internal experiences are still there. And over time, this changes how your mind behaves. Not because the thoughts disappear, but because they lose their ability to automatically capture and hold your attention. There is more flexibility, more space before engagement, and more control over where your attention goes next. It's not simply distraction, right? Distraction is passive and temporary, but attention training, it's active, it's structured. And our goal is not to avoid internal experience, it's to restore your control over attention in its presence. And that's critical because many coping strategies fail when they become avoidance. Attention training is not avoidance, it's training control. This is also why change can happen without directly modifying your beliefs. When your attention is no longer locked into these internal loops, your thinking becomes less rigid and your emotions become less self-reinforcing. If you want to see how this is applied in practice, I'm building the full attention training program in the members section on my channel. This is where the exercises are structured step by step and are being developed over time. Because understanding your attention is useful, but learning to control it is what actually changes how your mind behaves.